Hello and welcome to another episode of Righteous Randy. Today we're going to be showing you how to put sugar snap sweet peas into pots. This is something that you could do if you don't have a backyard. You can simply grow these on your porch if you want to. The first thing that we did here is we put a lot of table scraps and yard scraps, some rotting oranges, some tomatoes that weren't quite working out. We put them all on the bottom of this pot here. And what this is going to do is create a nice compost for nutrients, and it's also going to save you money on potting soil. Next, we're going to throw some ordinary yard dirt into here. What this is going to do is it's going to allow us to use less of that potting soil because we really don't need too much of it. Then what we're going to do is pat this down a little bit. And now what we have is a nice base here to be able to give us a lot of nutrients and some soil that's going to become richer and richer over time. And then we're going to put our potting soil on top of this. The next thing we're going to add in here is a little bit of shredded up newsprint. This is for the worms right here. We're hoping that we're going to get some worms crawling around in here. I think we will. Push that all down. Now, next layer, it's time for our rich Kellogg potting soil. You can go ahead and fill this this is a 16-inch pot right here. You don't want to get too much smaller than a 16-inch pot for these sweet peas, but you can go bigger if you want to as well. I like 16 inches because it's a good size, it's big enough without being too big. So what we're going to do is fill this up to probably around this line right here. Get ourselves ready for these sweet peas to go in. And I don't know about you guys, but I love sugar snap sweet peas. They're so delicious. As soon as I pick them, I eat them. They rarely make it into the kitchen for any kind of recipe or anything like that. They tend to get eaten out in the yard. And when you grow them and pick them, you're going to see exactly why. They're so delicious. Let's get this filled just a little bit more here. Pack it down a little bit. We don't want it too airy, not too packed down. Just right. You're going to find while you're doing this, you're smelling all that great smells from the dirt. Scientists are saying that that's actually good for your serotonin levels. So that gardening actually helps you with your mood. It can help you with depression. It can help you with anxiety. It can help you to relax. I find it very, very soothing to just kind of sit here and throw dirt in, smell the smells, and be out in the sun. It's a beautiful day out here today in Southern California. Somewhere around 75 degrees and the sun is shining. Okay, that looks like we got it about right. The next step is to put the peas in. What you want to do here is pretend you're looking at a field. How does a farmer fill the field? What he does is he puts his crops in rows, and that's exactly what you're going to do. One pea at a time, about 2 inches apart, and about a ½ inch down into the soil. What this does is it allows the peas to have a little bit of space in between them so that they can grow and get their nutrients, but we don't want to have them too far apart because they're delicious and you want to have as many as possible from your actual yield. Okay, we have 2 rows right here. Now we're going to do a 3rd row right here. And like I said, you're going to push them down about a ½ inch and keep them somewhere around 2 inches apart. Just pretending this is like a farmer's field right here. We're filling up the field with our peas. This is our 4th row right over here. This is going to be the last row on this side right here. There we go. And then our last row is going to be right over here on the other side near the edge of the pot. And then our last step with the peas here is pinch these holes closed just a little bit. You don't have to go crazy here. We want the dirt over them kind of loose. So just go ahead and gently, real gently pinch these closed. You don't want to pat it down at this point. Just a nice gentle closure here. Our last step here is we want to put a trellis in. What it's going to do is give something for the peas to grab onto. Well, as they grow, they're going to wrap around these actual pieces of wood right here. You could get a trellis that's also metal. As long as it's somewhere around 30 inches, you're going to be good. So what we're going to do is put this in right in the middle. We did our rows at this angle right here. So we're going to put the trellis in so that it will encourage these peas to grow straight up and down. Boy, that's a tough one to get in there. Let's get it in further. Even. I'm going to keep it about even there. That'll about do it. Maybe a little further down. And there you have it, folks. That's how you put the trellis in to grow those beans. After a few weeks, this is what your beans are going to look like. If you look really closer, you can see how they start to wrap around that trellis, and that trellis adds support so that these sweet peas can grow right off from there. And there you have it. That's how you grow sugar snap peas. It's as simple as that. Anyone can do it. You don't need a backyard. You could do it on your porch. Thank you so much for watching this episode. If you loved it, go ahead and hit subscribe. Thank you so much. This is Righteous Randy signing off.